Nope. It's uploading. Hello, can you hear me? Welcome to Daily Jank from Live 10. I hope you enjoy. Okay, for those of you who are with us, please give us a moment while we set everything up as usual. Wait, let me try and see if it works. Oh no! The side thing goes to LBJ, so I'm not gonna use it until it's okay. Can, cannot. Hey, hello. Ooh, my bottle is in the way. I did not expect that. Good morning, everyone. Or rather, good afternoon. Today is Thursday. That means you're on Tech Thursday with me, Ian, of course. Okay, today, right? I mean, the usual format is the usual format. You know what's gonna happen. We're gonna have a little bit of news. Hey, Mingzu, hello. DJ Fish, last time I missed the lunch bojo session yesterday. Yes, it was absolute chaos. I was trying my best to moderate it, but then we had Joy and Crystal on, and they were just wrecking havoc. And I was just like, oh no, what's happening? Why is it changing the show format from Live Mojo to like the Friday talking to format? Okay, but never mind. Of course, if you want to watch any of the previous live stream and join us in the shenanigans, get to know all the in-jokes, you can head to the Live 10 app. On the bottom, you'll see a few icons. The second icon from the left is, of course, the live stream section. From there, you can view previous live streams and, of course, enjoy the shenanigans there. For those of you who are joining us on anywhere except the Live 10 app itself, please head on to the Google Store or the Apple App Store and search for Live 10, that is LIVE10, and download the app there. Now, why would you want to download the Live 10 app, you ask? Well, very simply, every other day, not every other day, every day, we will be having a live stream. On Monday, we'll be having our survival quiz live stream where we will give away 100 Q coins, up to 100 Q coins, to people who can actually survive our 8 grueling questions. And you can only claim your prize if you're on the app. On Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, we do other shows. On Tuesdays, we have fashion. On Wednesdays, we have lunch. And on Thursdays, is Tech Thursday. And sometimes we have giveaways. We only choose our winners from the comment section in the live itself. And of course, on Friday, it's our super sale slash Q10 day. It's our special event day. And of course, we have so many giveaways during those days. And well, if you don't already know the pattern, that means that we're only going to give away those people who are in the chat of the Live 10 app. So if you want to win some things, you want to come here, join the shenanigans, join the community, make lots of noise, you want to roast me, whatever, get the Live 10 app and of course come and join us here. I quick viewed the lunch bojo, total chaos indeed. Yes, DJ Fish. Like, I was trying to play the long game because I was supposed to give the giveaway question yesterday. So I was like, okay, I'm trying to be real tired and everything. Oh, my Batman shirt is slightly transparent because it's yellow. Oh, this is cool. I like this. Okay, this is not a sponsorship. This is just like probably brought to you by me. But I just want to wear Batman shirt. Oh, PD's trying to adjust it. It's okay, it's fine. I think it's cool because it looks like a design. Anyway, yeah. So I had a giveaway question. So I was trying to play the long game. I'm sitting there, being all tired and things, and trying to fish for compliments, Then after I asked a question like, oh, okay, who should get like the supplement bundle? Then everybody's like, Ian. Then they were like, well, why every time only choose? I also work very hard. But that was the only kind of control I had. Everything was just all over the place. People interrupting my ad read. But it's fun. It's fun, of course. You've come here for the entertainment and the chaos, and that is exactly what we provide. Whenever we have Joy on, she creates chaos. Yes, this is PD's true sentiment that is shared by all of us. But we still love her, right? And we still want to have her on all the time because chaos is good. 88 Q10 Super Sale live on Live 10 on Friday. Yes, it's literally our every alternate Friday, I would say, because of the calendar. I have to see where the double dates are. But usually every alternate Friday we'll have some super sale or a site-wide event going on. And of course, you can tune in. We'll go through all the things that are good during that sale, what you should buy, all the good prices. And speaking of, that means tomorrow we will have our 8/8 sale event. And on that day, we actually have a lot of stuff. This is the first time, right? I had bicycles, like one of the sellers was like giving me like, Ian, we can do bicycles, I'm like, bang, my table small, bang. I cannot put bicycle. I phone can or not. It's like phone not nice. So in the end we have to shift the thing around. So you can find out more about that tomorrow. We've got a new rack. I'm no longer looking at the floor because our floor is clean now. Everything's on the rack, but the rack is filled. So that means there's a lot of things to go through tomorrow. If you are interested in any of those things, whether you're on the fence about buying some of the things that are on sale right now, tomorrow you actually get to see the products in front of us. Now, they don't give us the best version. It's never like that one. They just give us like one of their inventory so that we can actually look at it and be like very honest, like, hey, why like that? Or, hey, what, like cool, yeah? Okay. Today, on Tech Thursday, the theme is slightly different. We've been going through like, mobile accessories. We've been going through like gadgets. Today, I want to talk about simpler house tech that will value add your home. Not in a smart home kind of way, but it's just like things that are really handy, knickknacks, paddywhacks, give a dog a bone kind of situation. Today, we have two sellers that have brought in products with us. First is, of course, MosiMosi. You may remember them from their Bluetooth speakers, from their mobile gadgets. And then we also have one from MiJia SG, which is our speaker system that we got to use on Talking Toot, but we actually didn't go through all the reviews of it. So I want to talk about that as well. So today is more about like, cleaning your home. We have aroma diffusers, we have car vacuums, and we have this. Why do I want to talk about this? These are all things that I actually want to use right now. Vacuum cleaner being now is like the dusty period, I think, in Singapore. So it's good to like, clean your stuff, especially if you have like dirty keyboards. Those like people with like switches, your MX switches, then they float up, right? In between all the crevices. Use your vacuum and clean up. Whether or not a keyboard vacuum is good enough is really up to you. I think it needs a little bit more suction power. Especially I'm the kind of eat chips in front of my keyboard one. Like, I like to watch my Netflix and everything, right? Then sometimes you're just like, never mind lah, I use 3 fingers, what? Then the last 2 fingers never touch the, the chip powder. Then you start doing like typing and everything, right? Then you tuk, then all the chips will drop in. So this is when the vacuum will come in, and of course the Aroma Diffuser is actually, now, things are in the air. We want to keep ourselves safe. We also want to keep ourselves smelling nice. A lot of people are staying home a lot. That means you will have that musky smell depending on your hygiene level. This could help alleviate it. Or if not, like hint to your significant other, hey, please go and bathe because I put Aroma Diffuser in your room. You a little bit, busuk, So this can be a gift, and it's quite elegant. And of course, our speaker system, you've heard it. We are going to play with it. And of course, you stay to the end. We're going to tell you a little bit more about what's going on tomorrow, as well as maybe, we see how. I probably can use the speaker system to do a little bit of entertainment if you want to. Oh, okay, understood. Yes, boss. Okay, starting like usual Tech Thursdays, we go through a little bit of the news because what's happening this week. A lot of things are actually quite exciting now. Okay, like the world's still in utter chaos. That has not changed. Top of the morning news: your iPhone may one day have a disappearing notch, a moving display to hide the front-facing camera. So one thing about Apple, okay, I'm an Apple card person, Apple Watch, iPad, phone, whatever, right? And they always like are one step behind Android. And I used to be an Android user, and I always tell people, you use iPhone, you pay so much money, all the features not new one. Then after a while, when I become an uncle, I'm older, I need like simple features, like I copy from here, paste from there, it works. Then you realize that Apple playing the smart game. Let the people go and try out the new tech first. They go and test first. See how it works. See whether it's well received. Then you select the thing that's people popular one, right? Then you use. Like for example, full screen. Like don't have the. So what notch is like in your phone, right? Then at the top got like the what's that? It's not really a speaker. It's the thing that plays into your ear. And then of course your infrared camera and your front camera, your front facing camera or your selfie camera. Oppo, at one point of time, I was using the phone, right? It had a flush screen, which means that all these notchy things, right, are actually like hidden inside. There's like a motorized thing, then after. So that could be a thing to be explored. And if iPhone is doing it, it's gonna be super over-engineered. Like you can probably like hang your mom's like weekly groceries on a small little notch, and you can carry the weight or something like that. So it's fun to look forward to because there's also rumors that iPhones are doing like flexible screens. We shall see lah. Like Samsung, the Flip and that Z Fold 2 was kind of cool, but the first implementation they had to like bring it back and like I think it was something wrong with the screen. People were like peeling off the layer that was supposed to be part of the screen, but they thought it was like the protective layer. Then it just 撕掉, and the whole screen spoiled. And they complain, hey, why cannot pull out? And then like they got tell you very specifically, please don't pull out that thing. That's not a protective screen. That's actually for the phone to function. Then people are like, hey, why I destroy the product, then the product spoil? Bodoh, right? We shall see how Apple implement it. Whether usual phone that folds in half got a crease lah. If you are into like that smooth, good aesthetic, 120 hertz kind of refresh rate on your phones, and you don't want to have that one crease line, we shall see whether Apple can make the kind of thing happen. Who knows, right? Their mask, right, even come in the Apple box one. It's like very engineered. So if they can engineer masks, I'm pretty sure they can engineer a folding screen. It's a bad comparison, but what else, man? What else? Oculus Rift headset could get an external screen that let you see who's inside. Oh, that's weird, isn't it? Wait, hold up. What does this mean? Okay, so for those of you who don't know what Oculus Rift VR is, it's a VR headset, that chunky thing that you always see on the online videos on Facebook or whatever, right? Then the put, then after that they wear, then after that you put them into the roller coaster, then they fall down, then you laugh at them because you sick, right? I also laugh at them. Now they get an external screen. So you can see who's wearing the Oculus Rift. Oh, that's weird. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the picture that I'm looking at is basically like, you go to the eye doctor, right? Then they give you the testing thing, then with like the specs and like they slot the lenses. So imagine that, and then there's like two like giant microchips next to it with like a million cables plugged in. You look like they're about to operate your head or like upload like kung fu onto your head like Matrix, Then in front, got two mounted screens. The screens is just going to capture whatever they see inside and play out. So you have like your eyes and stuff. Why is this useful? I really don't know. Because at the end of the day, if you're inside playing the game, your eyes just going to be flying all over the place, right? And then you're just going to see this guy going, what purpose does it serve? But then again, right, I don't know whether or not there are medical applications for this. Because being able to like zoom eyes and stuff like that, maybe it might be useful as like a headset. But VR? I mean, it could be done for research, like on Twitch, right? They always have those kind of back then got this trend where they were like, okay, let Twitch streamer, of course, explore a questionable page with certain NC-16 and above content and see where their eyes go. Sometimes it's like, wow, straight up, is it the clavage? Or is he going to look at the title and read the article? Or he's constantly going to look at the side ads, like hot singles in your area, And then that may be useful to like, track like your reading habits or etc. etc. I don't know how that works, right? But I think the implementation would simply be just, I put cameras inside my headset, then the headset captures whatever they're looking at. But that also means quite interesting, because if you put inside, right, technically the thing is quite dark, but they can see your eyes. And it's displayed in color, which is quite dope. So whatever sensors they have inside the headset might have other more practical applications, but of course this one is like in Facebook lah. Facebook always experiment funny things that don't know whether anybody will use or not lah. But it's good to see that tech is advancing. Whether it's good or bad advancement, we don't know yet. We can only wait for the future and see what happens. Is there anything else interesting? There is a article where a woman's Facebook got hacked, and she's been using Facebook for 10 years. This is a very interesting thing that also ties into something I spoke about last week. Apple has this thing where it's called a legacy system, where you can indicate on your account who your inheritance, like your digital inheritance will go to, i.e. all your photos and everything, who will get access to it. And some people are divisive, like, leave the dead alone. Some people are like, no, I want to be able to, immortalize my dearly beloved who has just recently passed in some other format that's not just Facebook photos. I want to be able to collect them, keep them, just in case. And nowadays, I don't know lah, okay, old aunties, old uncles are a very special one. We always like say, hey, they all don't know how to use technology. Then you go downstairs, you see your akong ama scrolling Facebook lah, playing Pokemon Go with 17 phones going like bum 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 bum, capture the Groudon, or they are becoming quite tech savvy, and they also do see the merit of using technology and like are likely to upload their things there. So if the account gets hacked, then they lose like a decade of like memories, especially when you're old and you don't remember a lot of different things. It can be quite tragic. And I think this is on the younger generation to kind of like teach your elderlies how to protect themselves on the interwebs with like digital security, like OTP or something. It's quite sad lah. Like back in the day, when the more analog people, they always have like photo album lah. Then you keep here, keep there. Then after that, when your family come over, then you take out it's all the embarrassing photos. But then again, takes up space. If you can back out into like a Google Drive and like put on Facebook, it's like you get your memories, but you don't have to like pay for the real estate of it. But then again, people can use it lah. I would say, strangely enough, why would people hack an old person's Facebook page? That's a very strange thing to do. Recently, like there's been a lot of more interesting hacks. Like you hack people's accounts, you hack like Sony's PSN to get like credentials, sell on the black market in instant convertible money, right? But why you wanna hack some old ama's Facebook, bro? What are you doing? Are you trying to prove something? That's strange. Anything else interesting? I think that's it. This week has been really quiet in terms of tech news. Windows 11 is coming out, right? That's coming out soon. Some people are getting gated out. I think I spoke of this before. It's an artificial gate simply because they want that security that they promise to be actually there, and they require some hardware requirements that only those people like Dell or like HP, right? Those like official equipment manufacturers that they have. And if you assemble your own kit, you may or may not have the security features that they need. So in order to protect their brand, they're limiting people from like, okay, if you have too old components, you're not allowed to actually install Windows 11. But then again, software 是人弄的, right? That means there's a bypass. Do I encourage you to bypass it? No. Right? Do you need Windows 11? Not really. If you want the kind of OS and you don't mind the sacrifice, you want that clean look, go and get a Mac. There was once last week I was sending, because some of our, not some of our, Crystal has a MacBook. But recently I've been trying to push for like group gaming together, because eventually what I want to do is be able to game with all of you, right? Then we play together, community, be it Minecraft or some like mobile game or whatever. Like we just want to play together and be annoying together and be like ha 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 purple uncle, stuff like that. So we've been trying to get her to play some games, and she's like, I got Mac, I cannot play games. So I found this website I found this video on Facebook, which is the greatest, funniest thing ever. Why a MacBook is good in a gaming setup. So, okay, the title itself damn clickbaity already, right? We all know it's like, no matter what you play in a game, right, it doesn't have like a proper strong graphics card. It's meant for you to process work, like editing, like, sound editing, video editing, photo editing. It's not meant for you to game. So what is the purpose of a MacBook in a gaming rig? And this guy, straight up clowning, right, takes the MacBook, puts it in the center. I was like, oh, he's gonna do something. It's probably gonna be like a externally attached graphic card or whatever. No, straight up just flips it on the underside when there is no Apple logo, and he takes his gaming mouse and he just puts it there and he spins it, and it spins and glides like ice. And he's like, bro, can you imagine the DPI capture on this? And he's just like flicking his sniper shots, doing 360s and everything on the MacBook because that surface is great. And the end punchline was, if you ever want to buy a mouse pad, like, and you want to go for the most premium, get yourself a MacBook. Then it was just like, it was there. So I sent it to Crystal, and there was like low-key PC Master Race lah, okay? For me, I am still trying to save up and see what the Windows 11 requirements is, and of course get a rig for that. I'm looking for a 3090, the usual Intel processors. I'm not a big AMD fan because I used to be an AMD user. But then the problem with being an AMD user is sometimes the drivers are good, sometimes it's not. I heard nowadays it's a lot better. Like, it's again like Intel versus AMD is like Apple versus Android. It's a bit more rough. Android is a bit more rough, but I can do a lot more things. I heard that AMD is also a bit more rough and you can do more things. Well, Nvidia and Apple is the same thing. It's tried and tested. It just works out of the box. That's kind of what the purpose is. So that's what I'm trying to do. But in the meanwhile, I've actually gotten some minor upgrades. I've upgraded my 2 like hard disk drives into SSDs so I can play more games. Recently, PD showed me play Final Fantasy 14. So now I can load it into an SSD and hopefully it loads faster. I cannot take it, like sometimes, right, the games right load them slow, right? You're like, I want to play, you click, and every map loads for a minute, and you're just like, there must be a tech solution to solve this. But then again, at one point of time, I think back about 3-4 months ago, everything was kind of expensive because world pandemic's happening, people are rushing out to get tech support for their employees to be able to continue working. Naturally, all the parts are damn expensive. They want bo one, right? Lion King say, why today you alone? Cause Crystal does not identify with being a tech person. I say she can just come in and add her opinion. She says that no, like she doesn't feel like she's an expert. She won't contribute meaningful things. I'm like, sis, your presence is really contributing, but never mind. So she's actually working very hard to prepare for tomorrow. Don't worry, you'll see her tomorrow. Wang Zixian says H. I don't know how to respond to that. What's H? Right. If not, okay, let's actually go about talking about today's stuff. Okay. In the very first thing, we have a MosiMosi car vacuum cleaner. It comes in. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this for safety's sake, cause that is not actually very necessary. Okay, so on the thing you have the model with VC01W, which is the wireless one. So with the wireless one, and of course VC01C means it's corded lah. But car vacuum usually you want wireless. Desktop vacuum also want wireless. It comes in black, white, and orange. Today I think I have Hey and Pai, if I'm not wrong. This is black. It'd be funny if he gave me both the same color. Is this both the same color? It is, isn't it? Oh dear. Wait, why is this slightly green? Why is this not green? Okay, it's not the same color. I think one is white, one is black, but I buang my eyes. Okay, so inside the box, you will get a tube. This is of course the extension cord for the stuff. You have the brush also. I hate this with a vengeance. Right, you use this, you brush. After the bristle buang already, there's no way to fix it. Then if you dusty, you disgusting, right? Oh, nothing? I thought you were waving at me. Okay, yeah, then after that, right, it gets trapped inside. Then how to clean? Anybody knows tips? I like to clean my tech, but I cannot clean the thing that's cleaning my things. What the hell is this? Okay, next. This sticky, sucky little thing. Okay, I have some annoyances with this. There are two ways to manufacture this piece. Okay, just saying. There is this way, which is like landscape. Then there's the portrait way that is angled properly. That is actually more useful because you need this to get into small spaces. But this thing is so thick, right? It needs to be thinner so that you can get. And if you do this, then it's like a bit chua, you know. Okay, but you still get your standard accessories. Then you get your charging brick that comes in this kind, which is the non 3-pin, non-fat lah. So you probably need an adapter for it, right? This is 50-60 hertz, 0.3 amperes, 9 volt power brick. Why do I tell you whether it's 9 volt or not? Sometimes easy to lose things. So you can get those universal ones. You can actually tune your power. Last time I used to do that a lot because I don't like to use the brick. I have to adapt this, adapt that, adapt this, adapt that. So what I do is I buy the universal one where you can tell the voltage, tell the amperage, right? Then you just have a list next to the plug, right? That tells you, okay, this appliance needs some more. You tell it, then you charge. It's easier because it's an all-in-one. Alright, what is this? Oh, did I drop something? No, I think I didn't. Oh, it's pretty light. Oh. This is the vacuum. Okay, the box is like that. I expect the thing to be like full length, but it's actually smaller. Okay, so on off switch. Oh, I did not expect it to be charged. Oh, I like this a lot. Okay, I have one at home that I bought from like Giant. Right, it comes with like a thing where you attach to the back, then it's like a stick, and then after that it has like the standard like the chocolate bar kind of thing that you can do on the floor. But it's quite heavy because the engine itself is strong. But that also means that it's less maneuverable. Vacuum cleaners, I think, especially kind of like they claim that it's mobile one, needs to be really, really light. Does it say how light it is? Okay, it says here power 70 voltage 12 volts, battery 3600 milliamperes, which is essentially an iPhone. Charging time between 3 hours, which is essentially an iPhone. It's probably no, there's no weight, there's just like dimensions. It's a small little thing. I like it a lot. Charging at the back, right? So simple. I think you press this, then the thing comes out. This is soft plastic. Soft plastic is good. Why? Because every time you go and bang onto the corners when you're trying to vacuum stuff, right, it's less likely to crack. If you have hard plastic, it's more durable, it lasts longer, it doesn't change color, but that means that when you accidentally bang, then the thing crack, right, then habis. And why you don't want this to crack is because your vacuum needs to be completely sealed and have like a funnel so that it can direct the air in. Okay, this is the filter. Is there a way for me to take out the filter? If not, how to clean? There must be a way. There must be a way. Will I destroy this? Oh dear. Why does it spin? Is this a button? No, that's the hook. Huh? Am I supposed to unscrew it? What is... Oh! You just pop it off. Dope. Ooh! Then, is this... Oh, that's smart. Okay, so this is like a mesh that holds this little filter. It looks like a baby mitten, or like if you owe, right, then in your house when you have a tap, right, then got that water filter thing. Okay, so this is small little water filter thing. You can wash this if you wish, but that also means, right, that if you do, like me, you want to make it cheaper, go and find yourself, like, I think kitchen towel, or like, you know those mops, they always sell in the market on the 5-foot way, right, where you can put like this magic tissue paper, then you push in the 4 corners and got this long stick, then you will like take up all the dust. You can actually just wrap around it, tie a rubber band. It works the same way. You can tell I obviously use this a lot, right? Okay, so that means that it's actually quite easy to replace. You just put the little vacuum condom over the nozzle, and then you put the casing back. Now, why I say you want to replace this is because usually this kind of filter paper is very easy to be torn because they're thin to make sure that the air goes back in. So you want to be very careful. They're smart enough to give you this so that you know you can kind of cover your piece of paper and not have it like be ripped. So once you put it back on, that is securely on. Alex Shu, thanks for that one mommy Q. Ooh, chow, cho. How do I am bad at words sometimes. Okay, then of course this thing goes back in, and then Bob's your uncle. It works. I don't have things to loop in, no, unfortunately. Like I wish I like some, like those what's it called? A home shopping channel. They always got random things that people don't actually spill, like this nicely arranged row of nuts or like bolts. Oh, speaking of which, if you somehow have like a crafting area in your house and like you got like nuts bolts lying around, it's actually this is a Adam Savage tip. Get yourself a vacuum cleaner and collect them instead of trying to pick them up. You just vacuum all of them, right? Then after that, it will naturally be in here, Then you can just empty out, and it can help you collect things. So at first, I was thinking it's a dumb tip. Nobody uses it. Some of the YouTube channels I watch, right, which are like Lego people, they use this all the time, and I did not expect it to be a thing, right? Like instead of picking up Lego, you just the Lego in, pour it back in the thing, the Lego in. Then have to pick it up, scoop it up, do whatever. You just and then after that put it in. So if you wanna, train your child to be having fun while playing Lego and also cleaning things, you can definitely do that, right? Just give them one of those small little vacuums, and then just let them, okay, after you play finish, please clean up. How to clean up? Use a vacuum. Condition them from young so that next time when you old, and then they will have to clean the house, right? They have a good habit to clean up the house. Okay, so the nozzle. Okay, I like nozzles, right, that have brain design. Like, there's 2 ways to input this, right? There is the one with the ribbing, and then the one that is flush. So, if my brain is not dumb, I think the one that is flush goes here, because it looks like it fits. And then the one with the ribbing tubing thing is the one that adapts into your extra bit. Now this is funny, okay? This implementation of the tubing is strange because there is no actual way for you to hold this other than like it's like those machine gun kind of situations. So this is the only way for you to implement tubing, right? But now why is this tubing important? Because what can happen is that you can technically just cut the extension here, then it still works, So why I need the tubing? Unless you're talking about like, okay, I want to vacuum the back of the closet, right? Then you need a little bit extra, like this whole cane cannot go into the back. Then you need something to like like reach out. This is a funny implementation. I'm a child, right? And this to me is funny. Okay, so I would say, given what you are given, there is no replacement filter inside, right? So the hot tip for using the mopping floor paper thing, will be quite useful. There's no replacement filter, and also I don't think MosiMosi sells just the replacement filter. The whole thing comes in a set. So it doesn't make any sense for you to buy the filter, means you have to buy a whole vacuum. You can actually use this for a lot longer, life hacks. For this whole set, of course, if you're interested, you can click on the link on the either side or down below, then you can go to MosiMosi store and of course check out all their goodies. They have actually a lot of other more interesting things, but they want to start, doing like home and living with their tech inclinations, and I think it's a pretty good thing. The plastic is solid, so even if I smack, it starts, right? It's like those old school kind of thing that I think, right, once it's spoiled, you smack away, it still work. Strangely enough, please don't dispose, and it's also recyclable if you throw it into one of those electronic recycle bins. Yeah. If not, that's all I have to say about the vacuum. Do I want it? Yes, I want it. Oh, corded version. This is the corded version. Okay, so the corded version, unfortunately, it terminates in a car plug. So this one, right, you cannot bring home. Why? Because if you want to use this in your own house, you're going to buy one of those adapter things. But this goes into like, the smoke igniter car plug things. If you own a car, you know exactly what this does. It's the same thing, but this one cannot turn on because it's attached to a wire. The wire is quite long, so I don't think you have to worry so much about it. But the accessories are exactly the same. You get the tubing, you get the small nozzle, you get the brush. So it's the same thing, okay? The only difference is this one is attached to the cord. This one is wireless. If you ask me, get the wireless one. Why? Because this is gonna be quite limiting and annoying when you have to deal with cable. Yes, you have to charge it, and it'll be shitty if like you want to use it and it has no charge. And I don't think, especially I would say this kind of simpler tech, that you should use it while you charge. Right, that will spoil the battery. So it really depends. If you're lazy, you don't want to go and charge a million things. I got iPhone, got iPad, got smartwatch, got everything in charge. Now still need to charge my vacuum. Don't want. Then okay lah, got solution for you long. But if you ask me to recommend, I'll get this instead. Yeah, it's really I really like it. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. Like sometimes, right, if it's a bad tech, right, you know that I'm trying to sugarcoat things. I just like things that work and simple, and it's like I like this a lot. Very good. Well done, MosiMosi. This is I would say a feedback implementation, because confirm got people complain wireless need to charge. Will and Koi, hello, I just migrated from Facebook to Live 10. Hello, welcome. You have just joined us on Tech Thursday, and my name is Ian. Usually we cover gadgetries and whatnot, but tomorrow we're gonna have a very big mega show kind of situation where we're going to cover more tech there. So today I'm covering the more simpler home and living life improvements, quality of life improvements. So welcome. If you're interested in live streams of various genres, do of course follow us, because what's going to happen is that usually on Mondays we'll do a quiz and we'll give away Q coins that you can use of course in Q10 and purchase and offset values and stuff. On Tuesday we do fashion. On Wednesdays, we do food. On Thursdays, we do tech. Previously, we've done Amazfit. We've done... Are we live? Are we live? Because on my screen, it is darkest day. Chat. Black screen. Thanks, DJ Fish. Thank you. Oh my god. What's happening? Oh, I'm back. Oh, you can hear but no image. No. My white cheeks come out. Okay, yes, I'm back. Thank you. Yeah, so on Fridays tomorrow, usually we do super sale shows, or like 8 shows, 9 shows, stuff like that. And on alternate Fridays, we do specials or just chatting with, of course, all of you. Previously we've covered things from Amazfit. Next week, I think we have stuff from Bases. They have fan and a wireless charger together with a chunky wireless power bank. Today we're covering stuff from MosiMosi, which is a vacuum cleaner, which are actually really neat. So this one, not conflict of interest, it's just that they have, then I want to talk about it. Then I will, have, of course, be excited to talk about this lah. I probably am going to get one myself, simply because my house is in a lower floor, next to a main road where it's noisy, and I live in one of the crazier neighborhoods where people make a lot of noise and it's very dirty, unfortunately. That means that I need to clean my room a little bit more often than usual. So having something like this, even though it says on the box it's meant for a car, it's a portable vacuum cleaner. Don't go and get those keyboard vacuum cleaners. They are like small little things that's supposed to clean the crevices in your keyboard, right? No use one, bro. It like start a little bit, then you have to clean, then every like 4 keys, right, you need to go and do it. That's like, ugh. So get yourself one of these. I think it's good. I don't know how long it lasts. Yeah, I have the car-based one, direct charge kind. It's not good suction. Why? Because this plug, right, it's not a power brick. This is an adaptation. It doesn't give you as much charge as you need to have because it's drawing from a car battery. I don't think this is good. This is just a quick fix in the solution. Actually, I can test it out. Let's be real. Let's just like, absorb or suck on the packaging and see how good this is. It's not going to like consume itself, right? It's a very gentle one. It's not going to be like, back in the day there's this brand called Tiger that their portable vacuum machine, right, got like the strap lah and got everything, and then you had to like basically like you're about to fight a war and you're carrying a submachine gun kind of situation. This is a more simpler thing, like, oh crap, I spilled some peanuts because I'm eating peanuts in my car. And then you need something to quickly collect things off the floor or whatever. You don't want to touch it. No wonder I try to reach the dirt inside the seats, no avail. I need to physically dig out. Okay, so seats, right, depending, if you have leather seats, this will be something that's useful. If you have those like I don't know what the material is called, right? It's like the poo one, the cloth one, right? The one that you find on SBS bus kind. That one, right, I think you need to send to like car servicing because they use that jet to actually shoot in to get the dirt out. So even if you vacuum, right, it still be gross. Then you vacuum ready, right? Then you go and bong bong bong, your car gonna be filled with dust. That one will one. No kind of vacuum unless it's industrial can pull that kind of dirt out. So this we be very practical about it. This is not meant to straight up fully clean your car like really like like fresh from the factory kind. It's meant for simple accidents or like water or whatever, that kind of stuff that is you don't want to pick up because it might be dirty or it's in a weird corner, but it's still like in its piece, right? Or maybe cookie crumbles are still going to be fine, but it's not going to be like a dust vacuum. Okay, we be very real about it. You look at the pricing, it's not going to be like Dyson portable kind of situation. This is just a quick fix for you to clean your car so that you can live with it, so you can postpone your cleaning and your servicing a little bit further. That's what its actual purpose is. So at the end of the day, every tech review I have this. Who is this for? Me, essentially, trying to clean my table. If you're looking for something smaller that you can chuck next to your table that cleans your table off the dirt, like if you're a dirty eater in front of your computer, this is something that you can use. If you have a car that is accessible and you have good habits, you clean it often, but sometimes oopsies happen. You have children who like to eat in a car, or like you yourself like to eat in a car, and suddenly red light come out or amber light come out, you jam your brake, your potato chips fly. This could be something to use, right? What other usage of vacuums is there for those who just join us? You can use this to actually collect like children's toys that you like, for example, Lego small bits, right? Easy for you to just zoom up and keep, right? Screws, if you're working on a workshop, this will be also quite useful for you to just collect. Don't always think that you need to clean up dirt. This is just a collector. So if you need to collect small bits and you're too lazy to pick it up with your hands or whatever, right, just use this. It's actually quite useful. I use my vacuum for a lot of other like small collection of things. Sometimes, right, I'm damn lazy. So what happens is that after you build a new computer or whatever, right, then you have all those small little cable wire or something, right? You can just use this to collect all of them. Then it will naturally be in the canister, the container. Then you can use that, then dump it out someplace else, right? The other thing that I've ever tried doing was I was very lazy, right? And I wanted to collect things inside a Ziploc bag. So my Ziploc bag is the one that got hole one, right? So it's not air sealed, it's just there to seal it up. Acne free, hello! Hello. Oh, I don't know whether you heard, but Joy is bringing more makgeolli. I don't know why I just associate you with makgeolli, bro, but just a heads up. So what I do is I put the Ziploc bag here, and then I just turn on and let it suck. So all the barang right, go inside the Ziploc bag, turn it off, clip it. You don't have to 一个一个放 or 一个一个塞, you know. It takes a lot of time for you to do that, right? Well, this is just like a simple packing solution. You have to live life a little bit smarter so you can live life a little bit lazier. I like to live the most lazy life possible and use all the tech right to make my life easy. For example, for those of you who have computers, I don't know not whether you know of this thing called voice attack. It's a voice command program. What it does is that it recognizes whatever phrases you say and execute simple commands. For me, every time I reach home, I turn on my computer. I need to turn on my Steam, turn on my Discord, turn on my Telegram, turn on my web. So I'll just go to my computer and be like battle station on because I'm a geek, right? And then it just automatically turns on all the things. And like sometimes, right, when I'm done with work, those work from home people, okay? So you got all your Chrome tab open, all the different things, right? You want to play games, you want to be ready. Then you don't want to. So I personally will restart my comp so that you'll clear all the caches and everything so that it's ready to game. So when I'm done for the day, 准准6点 I'll tell my comp 半缸了. Once I say 半缸了, everything will shut, it will restart, and then it will launch Steam for me. So these are the things that I use to make my life easier. Like that is there for you to value add to your life. People tell you lame. Why you don't want to click? Why you don't want to do this? Why you can have their preconceived notion. But tech exists for you to spend your money on to make your life better. If it works for you, good. Personally, right, people tell me gaming mouse 6 million DPI. No need. I just want my MMO gaming mouse at the side of 15 buttons. Why? Because play MMO, you need to control up, down, left, right, right. So you need to press all the power, the 1 to 15. Just use the side one. Well, I tried Google Nest, I give up. They don't understand me, Lord. I rather do manual. Yes, okay. So one thing about smart home is sometimes they're racist. We also not young punk, no. We speak Singaporean, or sometimes we like swine, like, hey Google, can you please turn on my lights? And then it just gives you the, I'm sorry, what did you say? I spend so much money, tell you to do simple thing, you be hiao. Right? And you think your mind would be fun if Google one of these days just give you like the Hokkien version, right? You'll be like, hey, xiao turn kai, then your house turn on. But I tell you, that one confirm will sell one. Because, like for example, you can tell your Akong, just tell them, why, suddenly cannot dialect, she's, for example, okay, I have a weird usage case for this. So, I have a smart light in my room, right? And what happens is that it blinks to tell me that I've been playing my games for too long. It also is connected to my router because my router restarts, my lights turn off to tell me go and sleep. If not, right, people will complain on stream, you look damn tired. Right? So, what I do is that when that happens, it does this. And I told my mom, go and install the app. Because sometimes when she cooks, right, she don't want to come out of the kitchen and tell me can't eat. So she'll just tap the button or something like that. Then she can set up, right? And then that probably will just blink the lights and that'll be great. So that could be something that you just tell people, we'll all just go and write petition to Google, be like, can we have a dialect thing? So that, Akong Ama can be like, Japeng, then your whole house light will just flicker, everybody will know. So she don't need to shout. Right? That's what I use tech for, to make your life easier. Not to give you more problems like, hey, why my Wi-Fi cannot connect to this? Why? Don't want, I just want simpler tech. Okay. Read together. Mingzu laughs. Thank you. Maybe my Angmo not good racistness. Yes, yeah. They every time stir Angmo bo pake one, yeah. Cannot like that. That's why sometimes, okay, let's be honest, right? Voice control is like a good novelty idea in the West. For us, right, smart home control best still used with the phone. Because phone don't racist one. Emoji, right? You just press the button, you work, then steady on. Mingzu say kena this pretty often. Yeah. Every time I use my Apple control for Siri, right, I have to speak in my like MC read voice. If not, you won't understand. Jialat, yeah. You know, like ask them set timer, right? Sometimes you wake up in the morning, you say, you just like, hey, that timer set for me, eh. Then it reads it as timer set for me, eh. Then I was like, brother, 不要这样嘞，我要煮面而已，你要跟我玩这种东西。Then 我7早8早就 okay, steady on. Siri, please set timer for 4 minutes. Like, annoying, yeah. Good idea. Have voice language customization in dialects. Okay, the problem is that dialects often change, and some dialects live and die out. Like the newer generations, they don't learn it, right? So the problem then is that when they develop it, there is no use case, they'll turn it off. It's the same thing, YouTube has the what's it called, captioning, that they're slowly phasing out, cause bolang. So nobody use, then they won't support it, right? Cause everything costs. So unless we actively keep it as a thing, like for example, now sometimes you can see that internally our own people will try to, there are like local initiatives to keep dialects alive. I will support it lah. Cause for me in my uni days, sometimes very cute. Cause all the people don't speak dialect one, or they speak like half broken Hokkien. I'm a Teochew speaker. Then the cleaner auntie is very nice. Because sometimes they will have leftover stuff and that they don't want to share. So I'll be like, hey auntie, come on, auntie, come on. Can't you know, the kind of stuff, you know, just to have a casual chat with them. Because they're also people, they're also slugging away, right? They're also in the grind and red race. And they just appreciate to have that kind of conversation. And you learn a lot of interesting wise wisdom from the old auntie. They'll tell you like, happiness, right? Sometimes it's not just having a lot of things. It's just having the things you need, right, at the time you need them. So that you don't need anything else. Not just like, I sit down there, right? I'm here trying to do my FYP, stressing over life problems, and he just drops this golden wisdom bomb. I'm like, yes, I appreciate the fact that I could understand that from you because I speak dialect. So in my tech, my one goal is not I don't need to floating screen, you can read my brain or whatever. Just understand my dialect, because sometimes I just want to shout because I'm angry, or sometimes I just want to be very comfortable at home and have my grandparents or my parents be able to use the technology in the way that they know how to use it. Right? That was all I want. Good, should have one for Singaporean accent. See, the problem is, right, Singaporean got SES level 1, okay? So you go to Cai Fan store, right, you buy, 两个肉一个菜一个饭, right, means your speaking accent is like that. Then you got the kind of people, right, who go there 两个肉两个菜, means their English is like you know, they try to be a bit more professional, they speak properly so that people can understand. Then they got kind of people, right, who come go there and be like 三菜一汤跟我加鱼的. Then their language, their English is not the I would say the Singaporean usual. It's a little bit of the Western one. That one even more worse. No, they got the money to afford it, right? But the system don't understand because he's too funny already. So it's hard to nail down the Singaporean recognition of languages. Cause I'm from linguistics. I have exposure on how machine learning works. Sometimes it's damn jialat. You cannot tell the difference one. If I tell you, can be can be can be then the system is not run what. It just tells you the waveform. Okay, you try to guess what is this. Sometimes cannot guess one. I got one assignment asked me to go and find some funny like African language. Right? Go and decipher what sounds they were actually making. I spent I think 3 weeks. No, I want to die. No, almost gonna get F. Cannot roll. It's hard. It's not that nobody wants to do it. It's really, really, really hard. Right? Shout out to all my linguistic people doing machine learning. Good job. You're doing God's work. Hopefully you don't suffer and die. We need you. DJ Fish True Man, especially Singapore context, so many dialects and language mix. Our code mixing is the worst. There's one sentence, I think there's a meme that tells you it's like abang, kopi satu, give me some kasiu dai, and it's just all the different things mixed together, and we are so multiracial hot pot to the point that we are so comfortable doing it, right? Can you imagine you are the machine trying to learn? Then it's like, okay, let me load my English. Then suddenly change, let me load my Teochew. Then change, let me load my Hokkien. I tell you, the thing will burn just trying to understand you asking it to turn on the lights and also give you a kopi siu dai. Agnifi says, they always, sorry, I do not understand you mean. Yeah, I feel very bad when the thing tells me that. Like, I somehow like learn my language wrong, like never say properly. Google Navigate do not recognize road names to type in is so much easier. Yeah, there was once I was thinking, what's it called? I was thinking Grab. Then the uncle was like, hey, you want to go beach road? Then after that, the thing just straight up type BITCH road. It's like beach road. Then he still keeps going beach road, and he's like, then she then annoyed. He's like, "Walao, you got postal code? Go. I give you the Lakai Hobe. Then you just put in your postal code, then we can go." Ian, do you do coding? I failed my coding modules badly. I wanted to, but then my seniors tell me that if you were to do machine learning coding for linguistics, you will go blind first because you'll be reading the same things over and over again, and then your code is going to fail and you have no idea why. So if you like the kind of stress, then go for it. Then I hear really my traumas. Because back in the day, when I was young, I'm a big nerd lah. Okay, I like to run my own WoW private servers, run my WoW private servers, my MapleStory private servers, my RuneScape private servers. So I was into JavaScript, I was into HTML, I was into all that XML nonsense. Then when it came to Python for running, I can't remember what server I was trying to run. Then I stopped already. I was like, okay, that's too much, right? My brain too small. Okay, I very smooth brain one. I cannot do all this kind of processing. So once I learned that we are going to do Python for machine learning, I was just like, nope. Thank you very much. I'm out of here. Then I see all my friends, right, all the big brain, all the 5.0 GPAs, right, they all just like coding, then their codes, everything error. Then, oh, there's a story, right, for that part, right, doing the assignment is just, I don't understand what's wrong, I don't understand what's wrong. 2 days later, I needed a comma. Then I was just like, bro, I am so happy that I'm not doing whatever you're doing right now. Okay. I am trying my best to read it, but my Korean level 1 is failing me. And because I'm trying to host a show, my brain doesn't code switch. So I cannot read your name. I only know an something, cool, right? I'm sorry, right? But smile. Thanks for participating. SQ4921 store says QQ. QQ to you too. Any free in contrast. That time for Baidu Met, I'm surprised they can recognize different Chinese accents. Like I took a TT taxi, the driver with heavy Shanghainese accent. He used voice to navigate, and the app understand him perfectly better than I understand his Chinese. Okay, this I understand simply because there is a tech race between Chinese and of course whoever is developing the app on the Western side, because it's a mix lah. It's not just like the United States people. It's a shared thing. They were able to get the translation down. You know those instant translators that you see that goes viral? Like I say something, then after it plays out the translation. Like the Chinese people got it down faster because there were more people working on it. Like one thing about Chinese people is that in the beginning they had more people. Then now they are just educating more people. That means they have more smarter people. And that in itself has basically they got human capital lah. So they can put more effort into like exploring all the different ends, hitting the dead ends and coming back with data. So that means that it in itself, it's not say unfair. It's just that instead of spending more time, you just spend more people. That's why their apps are a little bit stronger. One thing that I always gripe about, right, is that they mass produce their apps and they don't go through like proper UI design. So you want to use the app, right? Unless you are the designer of the app, right, you don't know where to find the thing on. Right, if you go and see Western apps, their UI design very simple one, like Bodo Beihia, first time get a smartphone, right? Oh, they tell you press this button because the button bigger. They actually have UI design. But that means that their apps are not as versatile because it's aesthetic ma. It's different I would say China apps very fun to use one. Because they got all the funny different features, right? Then later on the Western apps will kick into use. Yeah. So it really depends. It really depends. For me, I still think you use your app must be how to say a value add your life lah. Cause sometimes free things not good good things not free, right? But even though I pay my money, it should make my life easier and less of a work. If it requires me to be a tech expert to use your app is not really that good lah. Let's be very honest about it. With that in mind, now we move on to the next product. I need to keep my timeline. If not, need to OT then jialat. Already no budget to send free delivery for giveaway. Okay, next, Aroma Diffuser. I like this a lot. Why? Because I'm a person who is very interested in smells. Quick tip, something I learned from my mass comm education. Did you know that in wineries, you are not supposed to be able to smell the wine? Because if it's properly sealed, you won't smell anything. But if you go to a winery shop, you smell basically all the wines they want you to buy. The grapefruit smell. So if you actually think about it, right, it makes no sense. Like, wait, if it's all sealed, what am I smelling? You're smelling marketing perfume essentially, right? They just sprayed a little bit of it into the air so that you get the vibe. Then you're like, oh, it smells nice, I want to buy it. It's marketing ploy. Okay. Sometimes smells do get you in the mood. If your room smell like too room, like a lot big smell, you don't really want to work. Right? So sometimes you can inject a little bit of lavender to piece yourself out if you're too stressed, or a little bit of more like sweet citrusy taste to get you going. Because your brain associates taste with energy. So last time if you are a child and your parents have they are more nice to you lah. Okay, let's just put it that way. Like my parents were. And they give me money to buy candy, and I always eat a lot of candy. My brain now associates sweet smell with energy. So every time I get a sweet smell, my brain turns on, doesn't fall asleep, it just goes, right? So sometimes it doesn't mean that you always need to eat candy, you just need to smell it, right? Then your brain can activate. So this is what an aroma diffuser can help to do, especially if you are like those people who like got what I call this syndrome where you are trying to recover lost time at night. Because you've been working, right? You wake up early morning, 8:00, then you 6点 you go back home, you got 4 hours of like active time for you to do things that you want to do before you are supposed to sleep, right? But then you'll find yourself scrolling whatever, like Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, or whatever in like 2, 3 a.m. in the night, because you feel like you don't have enough time, right, to do pointless things. So you want to waste more of your time to do pointless things to feel like, okay, I have balance. Some people don't like that, but they cannot control it. Sounds like my wife. Bro, sometimes I also do that. Then I realize, hey, tomorrow I got live stream 11点, I better go and sleep. Right? So it's a thing, right? People do that because it's just everybody got different kind of stress management. She always on the light, I cannot sleep. I don't know whether aromas will help you. If you're, let's say, you're a light sleeper based on like light stimulation, right? Then I would recommend you getting yourself like a smart bulb that can change like from white light to orange light, or whatever kind of mood lighting that gets you to sleep. That would help. That is what smart tech is actually for. Not for those Asing young pang when boom their room got like green, red, blue, oh yo. I mean, if you are that good for you, I appreciate the fact that you like to express yourself that way, right? Big ups to you. But for me, the smart light is literally so that it reminds me, hey, Ian, it's 12, wind down. Then it turns into orange light, so that you know the blue the blue light of it doesn't really strain your eyes. There are research that says blue light is not very, very strong, but it's the fact that you constantly stare at the screen that tells you that your brain should stay awake. So sometimes you get fatigue because of that. Okay, skipping lights, aromas. Okay, this is a humidifier. It says here, of course, aromatherapy and lamp. Why do I like this? This looks like a Hershey's Kisses, and the wood texture is pretty dope. I'm into that kind of like minimalistic, pretend that I am a lumberjack, make my house look like wood, look like pipes, you know, but actually it's like, you know, simple tech lah, okay? A bit pretentious like that, huh? Okay, so inside you get your Hershey's case. You open the Hershey's case, and it looks like this, right? There's a simple, classy MosiMosi logo, of course. Shout out to them for making things like this. But if you don't want it, of course, you can always turn it around and still looks like, you know, quite equal. On the inside, you take out the hot pot cover lid. Inside the plastic. Okay, what I like about diffusers is that there are two kinds of diffusers. One is the one with the filter. I call it the tampon thing. It's this long straw-shaped thing that absorbs the oil and then diffuses out. The other ones, right, are the ones that diffuses on the inside. So what it does is that it's a bowl. Then it just goes like, then the mist come out. Then it comes out through the chute. Okay. So why is the tampon type bad? It's hard to wash the filter. You cannot squeeze it. You cannot wash it too much with water. If not, the oil doesn't diffuse. The second thing is, of course, the nozzle to plug the thing, right, it's damn small. Means you cannot wash. So let's say on a stray day, right, you put citrusy smells. Then the next day, because your wife complained, okay, wife like to read 50 Shades of Grey, you don't want to sleep. Then you need lavender smell. Your lavender will smell like orange. Then habes, no, right? It makes a smell. This means that it's easy to clean. You can always get a pipe cleaner to go through this, and of course, it's easy to clean. That's good. What does it come with? Controller. I like controllers. That means I don't have to go and touch it. I can go just like, you know, tang my bed. Boop, it goes on. It comes with a little thing to tell you, of course, how much water if you're using it. It has a humidifier. For these, right, I think what you need to do is essentially put some water, put some of essential oils or whatever fragrance you want on it, and then you just cover it and let it run. That's all you need to do, right? So that means that the whole thing is easy to clean. Inside, it's also like that one. It's very simple. It doesn't take a lot of, like, I would say, what do you call them? Like, you don't need a lot of funny tools to clean it. And I would always advertise that, is it suitable for all essential oils or 100% pure oil? It depends on what you're trying to get out of your aromatherapy. If you need it because you have sinuses like me, right, then you need it to be strong enough that it's diffused 100% pure, right? If you need it because your brain got the placebo effect, like lavender tells you to go to sleep, which is also like me, then you can use essential oils, right? That can also work, because aromatherapy, it really depends on what kind of therapy you're going for. Sometimes you don't need to actually be, I sniff the actual oil for it to work. You just need it to be that scent for it to calm you. Then you don't need to 100%. Thank you for your answer, very clear. This comes from experience. I also experiment before, because I have the small ones on the table with the filter. If you put 100% pure oil, the oil's going to stay inside. That means that whatever oil you use that filter has to be that oil. It doesn't change. You cannot change the inside and have it come out a different thing. It's going to be mixed. So that means that if you want to use that kind, you shouldn't use 100% pure. Haven't tried aromatherapy before. It may not be for you because some people got sensitive ENTs, which is ear, nose, throat. It may not give you the same effect. I.e., for people, okay, so aromatherapy is good if, let's say, you are comfortable with like perfumes, you're comfortable with scent, that it doesn't trigger you. Because if it triggers you, then you're not going to get anything from it. You're just going to irritate your ENT and have to go and see an ENT doctor. If you are okay with the scent and you like certain scents in certain places, and my easiest litmus test, I tell you, is if you go into an Iron Orchard toilet and you're okay with that smell, okay? It's a very decisive lavender smell. It's strong, but it's not the aromatherapy kind. It just tells you that you're in a clean environment and you don't find yourself like suffocating, feeling very grossed out about it, right? Then aromatherapy might be something you want to try as like a side thing, right? If you go inside a toilet and be like, oh, it smells like absolute soap. I feel like my internal organs are getting clean. I'm not very comfortable with this. Don't try it, right? Because what this does is just it saturates your air. It makes it a little bit more humid with oils of that scent. So it's maybe good or bad. The other thing that a humidifier is good for is your house got wasp, right? Then what you can do is you go take eucalyptus oil, put it in your humidifier, push it out. It's going to smell a little bit like old people medicine oil, but it keeps the bugs out. So if your house is full of bugs, that's something you can consider. I have a wasp infestation in my house. It's damn gross. And it's a wind tunnel, right, from my kitchen to my front door. They just travel like it's a highway, you know. It's damn horrifying. So I come out, right, then I want to cook my Maggie. I'm like, okay, I am done. I don't feel like going to the hospital from a wasp sting today, so I'm just going to go inside my room. Okay, putting this outside does elevate the entire thing. They will know that, okay, this is a no-go zone because they don't like eucalyptus. So you can try that as well if you are a little bit more in a, I would say, forested area. Next time my wife play phone, I can on this easier to sleep. Or maybe, right, you find out the scent, right, that sends your wife to sleep. Then you put this next to her. Then she stopped playing phone. Both of you can go to sleep, brother. Easier. Right, okay. So in the package, of course, it comes with the lid, it comes with the base, it comes with the cup, the controller, and the power brick. The power brick is 3-pin plug lah. So you don't have to worry about it. It is 24 volts, 650 milliamperes. So milliamperes. So this is the standard kind of wall plug for home tech. On the controllers, you have on, off, and all the different modes. So intermittent. Intermittent is okay. This one also comes from experience. Continuous or intermittent, which one is better? For it to just constantly push out or I would say continuous. Why? Because intermittent means it goes out and then it stops. The moment it stops, condensation can happen at the chute. So when the next time you push out, right, your humidifier might be tam-tam. And then you have stains on it because the water forms when it stops. Right, so if it's continuously pushing it out, you can just keep it for like a shorter duration, and that will actually lead to better maintenance of your thing. Tech need to maintain one, okay? Unless you like rich lah, you go to Cai Fan, you buy fish lah, then every time this thing like a bit tam-tam, a bit not good, then you throw away, buy new one. That one also can, right? If you want to wail in real life, go ahead. But for me, I a bit Jew. I need to buy simple things, have it to work, and learn how to maintain it to keep it. It's a good habit, okay, to keep your things clean. So this is a thing that you can do. There's also timing, big, small, and light. Why is that light? Because do you see this rim? This one actually got a little bit of light for you to actually I don't know whether or not I plug in the light will immediately happen. So we try Okay, that's what the show is for. Try and see what happens. I don't have things to humidify. I don't want to put the water in because the room already very humid because it's Singapore. But if you live in a higher place that is a bit drier, humidification is actually quite good especially if it's a hot day. But sometimes Singapore hot day, right, also hard-based one, it's all humid. So you gauge lah. Okay, so cable management wise, quite cool. At the bottom, you plug it in here, right? And then it goes in like that. Then after that, there is a cable arranger here so that it comes out properly, right? You can tuck your cable in this way. And then there are 3 standees of non-slip so that when you put it down, the cable won't gonna kiap. If you do this, I think I can Do I need to put batteries in this? Oh yeah. Got the pull tab. Ha. Okay, so the pull tab. Make sure the thing is connected. If I press light, it hears a toot. Ooh. Is it okay if we turn off the light so I can show it off? I turn off the lights so that I'm a little bit darker. I don't know if you can see it. Then I can see it. So you can turn the lights. I don't know if it's toggleable for RGB or not. Oh, there's like the breathing version. Or maybe if like you need something visual, right, to help you relax, also can lah. Yeah, it's on and off. So it goes off for that kind of light. So got big small mode, got timer mode, whatever you need lah. I would say if it's 100% pure oil, small. If it's like those mixed one, right, give it big so that it comes out in a more even concentration. Yeah, basically that's it. It's very simple. Of course, if you want any of these, you can go to the links. There's the two. There's so-called the pop-up that just came out. We also have the sound system. Before, dude, this is blue on the inside and it changes color. I think that's pretty dope. I like this. Okay, a lot of comments come in. I need to read comments. Have you come across pandan flavored oil on Q10? I think it would help for my car humidifier to chase out cockroaches. Pandan flavor, I've seen it before, but I don't know whether it's Q10. PD maybe can check it out. Don't have. We have added some essential oil stores that you can check out in the recommended list. Yeah, you can go and check out. If you want, right, I will go and ask around, see whether or not I can get one of those sellers to probably import it. Because, you know lah, I very take that one. People come in, sell gelato, I ask them, can ask funny flavors. Of course, got y'all go and ask whether got what Martell flavor, bubble tea flavor, bubble tea with rice. I will go and ask around and see if can. Thanks for pointing out. Hey Bill, I think I did come across this before. Lemongrass helps too. Yes, but some people cannot take the lemongrass smell, like me. That's why I use eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is minty. Yeah, but they hate citrus smell. We'll check it out. So many flavors. Yes, yeah. Okay, so this is useful mainly for me because like it's anti-pest lah. For me, it's just anti-pest. I don't need aromatherapy because I'm not that stressed yet. Hopefully, I won't get even more stressed in the future. You know, for me, quite relaxed on right. But if you find yourself needing something of a relaxant and you don't want to subscribe to medicine for it because you know there are of course side effects, you want something to be a little bit more natural to calm yourself down in the night, to wind down, to you know set your mind straight so you can have a good night's rest, then you can consider this law. Put a little bit of scent of whatever you like into the air and then enjoy your rest a little bit more. Do note that I would say try not to sleep with scent on, that being that you might become reliant on it. So use everything in moderation lah. Life quite simple one. The rule is that 药可以 but 不要太多啦。If not, I think this shall be it for the Hershey's. I really like this design. It's damn cute. Okay, the last thing I have today, of course, is the speaker system. Why is this good? So that you can tell your husband don't need to go KTV, like to sing song, right? Like to chill, right? Like to yell, right? Okay, come here. Okay, go at home. No need to go out. Don't be silly. Go and contract the pandemic all. What is happening? Chamomile. Yes, sleepy wife equal happy husband. Sometimes I think just generally, how to say it can be a good gift even if you don't need it. I agree that I would say happy wife, happy husband. Whether if she likes sleep, then good lah. If she's sleeping, then she's happy, then you're also happy, also good. So this can be a simple gift to your significant other, to tell them, hey, you know, you've been stressed, I would like you to relax. I found this a good deal. These are some flavors that I got recommended, you should give it a try. And who knows what will happen. Sometimes some people just need a little bit of a kind gesture and it will go a long way. Home KTV is safer and more socially responsible than outside KTV. Yes. The fun thing is that you can set the volume for this. Of course, this is the SDRD expert in electronic product. Cute. It's a speaker. It's a Bluetooth speaker. It has karaoke in it. there's SD card slot, USB, and it's Bluetooth connection. So meaning there is an app for you to control it. On the inside, the first thing it tells you, please fully charge the device before you use it. Why? Because everything is separate. So for those of you who missed our first talking to, you get 2 of these. These are like, I try to do this right because like Joy Chat did this. It doesn't help because this is actually golden in color. The whole thing is skim one. But there are other different colors on the listing as well. So you get power button, then there is a volume control, which is a slider. It's not a switch. So it goes up and like slowly goes down. So you can control this volume itself. Then there's also echo lah, for those really KTV fan want to get the heart and soul of your song out. You have your echo control also. And why is it good? Because it's on here. So if you cut cha, right, you don't have to go and press the speaker far away. You can actually control your system. You get 2 microphones. Okay. Then the microphone heads, right? For those of you who don't know, can unscrew one. Why you want to unscrew? Like point with sponge. Inside got sponge. The sponge, please go and clean. You can buy replacement one also. Please go and clean. If not, 你今天没有刷要去求你的 KTV 歌 after a while, 吵then 就撂而已。Echo function for those oldies 黄金年华 at home. Brother, last time right, I would laugh at you, but now I feel you, bro. Sometimes it's you want the 给我一杯忘情水 then you feel shocked, Okay, inside got a lot of foaming because packaging is important. Then you get the actual unit itself and a auxiliary cord, which is basically the thing that you can plug into speakers because you can use this as a speaker if you want. For those of us who are a little bit more traditional, not the hipster kind, you appreciate the fact that the speaker, when you turn on, right, then it looks like what do you call it? I want to say an eagle, no, an owl. Yes, why do I call it an eagle? I'm weird. Yeah, so the whole set, right, if you were to keep it like this, it looks like that. It's a simple little unit that actually holds itself, right? You would have, I think the last time we did this, we charged it, right? When you turn on, then
power on.
You get your nice
Bluetooth mode.
Little lighting on it. Okay, so on the top, you get, of course, the mode for you to toggle between speaker mode to play from the SD card, to play from Bluetooth, or the karaoke mode. So on karaoke mode, right, to go and download the app. Then the app, you can play all the -1 track so you can sing at home. Then this thing is for you to toggle. This is the original plus music. So when you press this, right, then you will toggle between the karaoke app, whether it's the got the person singing or don't have the person singing on. So those confident one, right, can go and turn off the singer. Those not confident want to sing along like concert like that, then you can toggle this. Then you have your volume control and your next track, previous track, and your play pause button. On the back, there is a line, which is basically for you to plug your cable. Where's the cable? The cable into your computer or your whatever, right? So you can use this as a speaker. Then the SD card, you also got USB function. Then you have the DC input, which is micro USB. Okay, so one thing about this is that if it charges on micro USB, right, it's going to charge a bit slower. Should upgrade to USB-C For those of us who are elitist tech people, we should always use USB-C. Cause why? Already you cannot tell whether like that plug correct or like that plug correct. Sometimes you plug like that wrong, plug like that wrong, plug like that correct. The first time also like that. Why never go in? Very annoying. USB-C, it just goes straight in. Then of course the on-off switch. This one looks like a subwoofer bohong one. Is actually solid one. Okay. But the speaker is quite okay lah. I would say just now when I turn on, you can hear the sound.
Power on.
It's quite
Bluetooth
okay.
mode.
And there's a little bit of a oomph from the bass because the unit itself, you can hear it's quite hollow. A hollow speaker unit is good. That means that when you play bass sounds, it will actually resonate. And if you put it on a table, there is also a little bit more hollow one, right? Not like solid and marble. The bass will also sound better. Okay, so that's why you see TV console, right, a little bit more spacious because it's meant to resonate the sound to your house. If you get a solid TV console, right, the speaker system usually shouldn't go there. That's why you see your TV also, right, always mount on the wall. Why? Because it's going to bounce the sound back into you when you're sitting in front of it. Okay, small little acoustic things that I can explain to you. Who is this good for? For people who want to self-entertain. what is this thing here? This is actually a small little ledge for you to put your phone. Yeah, so that when you put the app here, right, then if you really want the up close and personal, you can put here, then the lyrics and scroll, then you own self sing to your own self, you happy lah. But do take note that these are simple microphone speaker systems. So if you turn them on and you point them at the speaker, will feedback, then you go deaf already. So please don't do it. Usually I would say face the speaker away from you so that you don't cause feedback. 好吗? If not, it's a very quaint little system. Like I said, who is this for? Families who want to have a little bit of entertainment with the parents, or like you know, with the kids that you want to have a little bit of sing off, and you don't mind that you will disturb the neighbors a bit, or the neighbors don't mind, right? Then that's also something that you can do. Those that miss of course the KTV and don't want to get infected, this is something for you as well. If you're looking for a speaker with a little bit more function, this one also, because you can actually use this as a speaker. If you have, okay, so nowadays got this trend. If you are older generation and you are listening to those older tapes, they have been able to basically convert them into SD card format, MP3s and stuff. So you can still use this to play all the MP3 files. That is quite important because now tape recorders are a bit harder to find, more expensive, right? So this is something to take note as well. The USB does also mean that you can actually play off whatever that takes a USB input lah. So that's quite useful as well. Who is this not for? If you own a JBL kind of speaker that's like big and chunky, you don't need this, right? If you own something from like Harman Kardon, you don't need this. If you don't have, if you want to look for like a computer speaker, you don't need this as well. Because what's going to happen is that if you only need a speaker, you're going to end up having two microphones just sitting there, really odd, right? But if you are looking for a kind of like a smaller unit, entertainment unit that you can put near your TV, or you want to just increase more home activity so that your kids don't go outside and play and like cause trouble, then here's something lah. Here's something for you. Of course, if you're interested in this or the vacuum cleaner or the Aroma Diffuser, you can check the listings out. The Aroma Diffuser also get the dark mahogany or ebony wood kind of texture. So really do check them out to see whether or not it fits in your home aesthetics. Whale says clear, thank you. Rin says good for home karaoke. Yes, because you can control volume for both the mic, individual mics, and from the thing. That means that it's easier for you to not become a nuisance to your neighbors. Or if funny enough, everybody vaccinated, you know, when the phase 2 heightened alert drops, then we can invite guests. You can ask your neighbor like, hey, you want to show karaoke with me, you know? Can be also a fun thing lah. Send surround sound. I don't think it will be that surround sound lah. You can blast inside your small room, then really got the karaoke feel, or your aircon blast cold, then you go and, you know, mix yourself a few makgeolli, then you can have a little bit of a KTV experience at home lah. Okay, if not, with that, that is all the things that I actually need to cover. I'm gonna do some advertising for tomorrow. So for those of you who want to get hyped, tomorrow we have 23, 24, around there. More than 24 different products to go through, including 2 bicycles, some shirts, some kid stuff, science microscope things. Okay, if you have children, okay, or if you were once a kid and you're very jealous because parents cannot afford, now you can buy this cool little science microscope thing for your children, including the slides for them to go and experiment. We have all these up for tomorrow. We have tech, we have air fryers, we have, I don't even know what I'm looking at, because okay, at there, right, it's just all the boxes of stuff that is like, they're labeled, right, but too many things. We have bed sheets. We basically have everything from almost every category that you can find on Q10 on featuring tomorrow. Tomorrow we also have giveaways worth $1,000, proudly brought to you by us, Himitsu, yes, and also Anello. If you know those brands, means you know your good stuff, your chef's kiss. Okay, so tomorrow we have a lot of good stuff. Okay, including we are giving away, because today tech show, I need to tell you, tomorrow got Phoebe charge for. If you are interested in winning this for yourself, of course, please do join us tomorrow on our 8/8 Super Sale Show. And we will be going through a lot of like Weibo, make fun. Crystal will join us, and we'll make a lot of noise, and hopefully Purple Uncle and Dr. Stone will reunite. Okay. If you have any questions, any requests, you want to see something getting reviewed, you want to know whether or not this is good buy, you want me to be your Tai Jian, test the poison for you first, you can write into us on live10_on_air@q10.com to tell us things, you know, you want to see this, you want to see that. Tomorrow, our show will start at 2, correct? Yes, I'm correct. We'll start at 2 o'clock, okay? So then I think it'll be a 3 o'clock, 3-hour show lah. Let's be very real. Huh? We have a lot of things to cover. If you're interested in the good deals, do share to your friends. Ask them come and see. Come and disturb me. Come and disturb Crystal. Please disturb Crystal. Huh? Every time I cannot disturb me. Right. Okay. We have good deals, of course. We have giveaways for that. Those of you who are interested. For those of you who just joined us today fresh, welcome to Live 10 on air. We do streams every weekday, Monday to Friday. On Monday, we do a quiz show where we give away 100 Q coins to all the survivors, and they share it in a pool. Q coins, of course, can be used, you know, to offset costs and like delivery and stuff like that. On Tuesday, we have Fashion Forward, where we go through fashion, beauty, and stuff like that. For those of you who like 最近要贵榴莲 right? Then after that, 你不要贵榴莲，你要买 gift for your significant other. Men also can watch that show. That's the reason for that show also. Huh? Okay, not only ladies, you can go and watch, learn some things, you know, so 不用贵榴莲了. Okay. On Wednesday, you join us for our food show where we talk about all sorts of nonsense. We eat good food, we get people to recommend stuff. That's where the makgeolli comes in also. Shout out to you at Free. I hope you're enjoying your makgeolli well. 你喝完了不用紧 joy 讲 your new shipment. On Thursday, you join me for, of course, Tech Thursdays, where we talk about, you know, random nonsense tips lah. Whatever I can talk about, you know me lah. I don't stop talking one. And of course, on Fridays, we have our super shows, and on alternate Fridays, we will have our talking toot, where we get Joy to come, and whoever we can get to come and talk and eat and be unmoderated as much as possible, so that you can enjoy the chaos. If you don't know what it looks like, you can read. You can watch our previous talking toot, or you can watch yesterday's lunch show. It's just absolute chaos, and I hope you enjoyed that as well. Rinse later, your neighbor sends around you. Blur Sotong says hello there. Ian, do you happen to know if Fitbit is Health 360 compatible? From my understanding, yes, it is, but on a very surface level. So if you want to use all the features, right, you have to use your own app. But their app don't jiap with the Health 365. But if you want to use Health 365 for, like, you know, to turn on the rewards, right, it will activate as, like, you know, the one that the government give us, the round or the flat one. Yeah, it's a very basic function. So if you want to use it for what it's worth, you use the Fitbit app more. But if you want to use it as like a surrogate for a smartwatch, so you can use for that, then you can do that. If you want to use 365 for 365, you get the 政府 gift one, because they purposely choose that one to basically have all the functions for 365. Fitbit, I would say this is good if you are really into training yourself for like IPPT, or like you have a certain fitness goal, or your health requires you to be a certain BMI. This is more suited for you. Anyway, because it's a giveaway, I cannot review, because I want to give you brand new inbox. So hopefully, maybe someday, I don't know, Fitbit will give us a brand new piece that I can review. Then I'll talk to you about all the health benefits that you can have, and etc. We'll do this on another day. Joy the makgeolli brewer. Yes, join the makgeolli brewer. Thank you. I got Huawei GT, sadly not compatible. Yes, some of the smartwatches are not compatible. Like, even I have my Apple Watch, right? They works very good with health, but 365 just doesn't recognize it. So it's like a Zhenghu give one not sensitive. My MPVA always cannot hit. I run until lung burst and MPVA still not that thing. Brother, I feel bro. Yes, correct. Because let's be real, okay? The Zhenghu give one, right, is for the Akang Ama to keep healthy lah. Okay, so don't everyday sit at home. For us, right, it's very hard to find one that is compatible with all the features in 365 that is not the Zhenghu give one, because they are afraid that you got the pay to win feature. You get what I'm trying to say? Means that if in order to win the giveaways, you need to buy expensive things. So there's a lot of the better ones are gated out simply because of that, to encourage people to become healthy at a very cheap cost. Yeah. So unfortunately, if you want to play the Zhenghu game, don't have a lot of important features like all the sleep tracking, everything. So it's like that one, like tech is tech lah. Zhenghu one, you know that they're gonna give you the basic version, don't have all the pattern badminton one. But I would say personally that if let's say you're in it for the health game, then the Zhenghu one is a good thing lah. You get the bonus, or if you don't get, never mind. But at least you still get some, you know, good training, good health. Looking forward to tomorrow live. Yes, tomorrow Crystal will be here together to cause more chaos with me, and we have a lot of things to talk about. If not, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for you staying with me, going king guy with me. I appreciate all y'all here. I appreciate y'all asking questions, so I got things to talk about. If not, big shout out to MosiMosi for giving us their products to review. Also for MiJia for this. This will stay with us because they are very nicely gonna sponsor us. Means for this thing, so means the talking toot, right? We will always have entertainment lah. If not, you've been a wonderful audience. My name is Ian, and you have just joined us on Tech Thursdays. Until next week, where we have more stuff. I don't know what stuff we're going to talk about because some of the tech stuff that we don't have time to talk about on the super sale will come here, and then I get to in-depth explain them to you. If not, that is all I have for today. My screen is on the latest Sophia. Thank you so much. I love you all. Have a nice day. Enjoy your Thursday. Until tomorrow. Bye-bye.